In a press release on May 24th, issued by the United States Department of Justice, it says, in the early morning hours of January 13th of 2017, Somorie Moses allegedly murdered Leondra Foster, one of his many sex trafficking victims, by beating her until she died. The following morning, using a knife and a saw, Moses dismembered Foster's body inside their shared apartment in Brooklyn, New York. 4 days later, on the morning of January 17th of 2017, Moses brought Foster's torso and limbs to the Bronx for disposal at a sanitation site. Foster's head, hands, and feet, including a foot with the name Somorie tattooed on it, were subsequently recovered by law enforcement inside the deep freezer of Moses's apartment. A 10-count indictment was unsealed today in federal court in Brooklyn, charging Somorie Moses, also known as Somorie Barfield, Sugar Bear, Bear, and Daddy, with the 2017 murder of one woman, Leondra Foster, and with sex trafficking 8 women. This indictment is believed to be the first use of the federal statute criminalizing murder in the course of sex trafficking. Moses will be arraigned this afternoon before the United States Magistrate Judge Robert M. Levy. Sex trafficking is a modern form of slavery that uses violence and fear to force vulnerable victims to work for someone else's profit. In this case, resulting in the alleged and brutal murder of one of the victims, stated United States Attorney Peace. This office will continue to prioritize investigation and prosecution of these heinous crimes. I thank the victims for their bravery for coming forward to report the defendants' crimes and hope that this prosecution will help bring them and Mrs. Foster's family closure. Mr. Peace also expressed his grateful appreciation to the FBI, the NYPD, the Kings County District Attorney's Office for their work and assistance in this investigation and prosecution. So basically, this guy's a very, very bad pimp. And had he not done this murder and been caught, he would still be out there trafficking women and doing Lord knows what to them. It says, according to the indictment in this case and other filings since at least 2003, Moses allegedly forced women and girls, including minors, into prostitution for his benefit using violence, threats of violence, and psychological manipulation. After meeting his victims, Moses used false promises of love and marriage to initiate sexual relationships with them, before demanding that they work as prostitutes and turn over the money they earned to him. Moses used brutal beatings, rape, torture, and threats to coerce his victims to work in prostitution in Brooklyn and Queens and to comply with his orders. Moses pressured many of his victims into getting his first name, Somorie, tattooed on their bodies. As alleged, Moses used extreme violence to force his victims into prostitution for his benefit. For example, when one victim refused to engage in prostitution, Moses used a taser against her until she complied. On another occasion, Moses slashed a victim's arms and back with a razor and beat her with a belt before pouring lemon juice into her wounds, leaving her permanently scarred. When another victim did not do as Moses ordered, he beat her with an extension cord and threatened to rub salt into her wounds. When another victim told Moses that she did not want to work as a prostitute, he put a shotgun in her mouth and threatened to kill her and her child. The charges and indictments are allegations, and the defendant is presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty. If convicted of the murder charge, Moses faces life imprisonment and is eligible for the death penalty. The government's investigation is ongoing, and anyone with information about crimes perpetuated by Somorie Moses is asked to contact the FBI at 1-800-CALL-FBI in reference this case. The government's case is being handled by the office's Civil Rights Section. Assistant United States Attorneys Jonathan Siegel and Tanya Hajar are in charge of the prosecution. Somorie is age 45 and he is from Brooklyn, New York. I'm glad they got this guy off the street, but unfortunately there are many, many, many more people like him out there that's functioning and operating. It seems to me that they could do more about this than what they do, but then again, I'm not in that field, so I can't make a judgment on it. Anyhow, hopefully this guy is behind bars for a very long time. This is all I have. Thank you, and y'all have a good day.